Hello and welcome. You are watching News 9 Live. I am Krishna Kumar and tonight we are discussing what's going on within the BJP in the southern Indian state of Karnataka. It is BJP versus BJP in Karnataka. All knives out as a war brews with election around the corner. And we are trying to understand what exactly is going on. What is this power tussle all about? Let's get to the heart of the matter. C.T. Ravi, National Secretary for the BJP in Karnataka, he has slammed the BJP's tallest leader in Karnataka, BS Yediyurappa, for his decision to pass the baton of the Shikaripura constituency to his son Vijayendra, sharply criticizing what he called a kitchen cabinet decision. C.T. Ravi expressed how such decisions must be made by express approval of the party's Parliamentary Board. But Yediyurappa's son, BS Vijayendra, hit back at Ravi, declaring how crores of Kannadigas hold his father Yediyurappa in high esteem. Now, the question is simple. Will this latest row spell trouble for the BJP as it looks ahead to the upcoming state assembly elections in Karnataka? And to understand that better, joining me on the show is Gautam Shankar, editor of South India, and Mahesh Chitnis, the news editor for Karnataka, joining us live. Thank you both of you gentlemen for taking time out to be with us here on this News 9 Live. Gautam, I'm going to begin with you. Before we get into discussing that with you, let's quickly listen in to what the BJP National Secretary, C.T. Ravi, actually said, and then we'll start discussing.
ಕಿಚನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಕೇವಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ. ಕೇವಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಟಿಕೆಟ್, ಆ ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ಕೊಡುವ ನಿರ್ಣಯ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೇಲಿ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ವಿಜೇಂದ್ರ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮುಂದಿಟ್ರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಆ ನಿರ್ಣಯ ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ನಿರ್ಣಯ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟರಿ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ.
Gautam Shankar, the BJP is already not going to have it easy in this upcoming state assembly elections in Karnataka. How much damage do you think this latest row is going to do to the BJP in Karnataka?
Hi Krishna. What I'd like to say here basically is if you analyze the statement that the National Secretary of the BJP has made here, this statement could not have been made without him enjoying a certain clout in the BJP high command. But before we get to that, let's quickly analyze what he said and why over here. So one thing that he says is Vijayendra is not an automatic choice. So this he is speaking in regard to the Shimoga district Shikaripura seat that was vacated by Yediyurappa recently. So and the other thing to note here, when he speaks, he repeatedly uses the term kitchen, at least almost 6 times, to emphasize the point that this is not a decision that is not going to, which is going to be taken in the kitchen. So the mannerisms that is used by C.T. Ravi here, that is something to note. The kind of statement that has gone out, it's not something that a leader within the BJP Karnataka would ever make against a tall leader, a tall Lingayat leader like Yediyurappa, without enjoying a certain clout within the BJP high command. And that is exactly what C.T. Ravi enjoys over here. He has become a right-hand man, so as to say, to Amit Shah. And he has been, in 2020 is when he was appointed the National General Secretary. And since then, he has also been appointed, he's taken charge in Maharashtra as well, Tamil Nadu. And with this, he's basically putting down his foot that he is the next generation. He is the one who's going to be rising from the shadows of Yediyurappa. But it is also true that the BJP has been sending sort of this mixed signals with regard to Yediyurappa ever since he stepped down as the chief minister. And this is amply evident in this statement made here. And just this statement coming just 2 months ahead of the elections, this is definitely going to cause ripples not just among the voters, but within the party cadres as well.
All right, all right, all right. Let's, since that statement is so important, before I take this across to Mahesh Chitnis, let's quickly listen in to that statement, and let's infer all the, the body language interpretations that Gautam Shankar was talking about. But before that, Mahesh, if I were to ask you your initial thoughts on that statement from CT Ravi.
I think I'll just add to what Gautam said. CT Ravi is just a MLA and a National General Secretary. His clout does not go beyond his constituency. So without the backing of somebody sitting in a central level leadership, I don't think so he will be able to make such a statement. And just see who is sitting beside him. He is the BJP state president, Anil Kumar Patil, and he is also silent. He is instead laughing. So that makes it was not an impromptu statement. It was well planned.
Right. Gautam, the problem is that, as you're rightly mentioning, the timing is everything. There's 2 months to go for the elections. First of all, if you can help us understand the ground situation for the BJP as it gets into this election as the incumbent in a government.
Yeah. So the ground situation stands something like over the last 2 months, Yediyurappa and Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai, they have been campaigning together across the length and span of the state. But this campaign itself did not start smoothly. Yediyurappa wanted to launch his own campaign. He wanted to tour the state alone, but this did not get a green signal from the high command. And immediately after that, he was called to Delhi. There were talks said he was made member of the Parliamentary Board over there. And then after a lot of talks, he agreed to tour the state. And now, even in the election campaigns that we are seeing right now, you can see there's a bit of unrest. And this is definitely visible wherever these statements that are being made, not just from CT Ravi, there is a bit of resentment that is growing within the Lingayat leaders as well. They sense an opportunity with Yediyurappa not just stepping down the CM. Slowly he's entering the Margdarshak Mandal, as to say. So now everyone wants a piece of the pie, and this is going to will this possibly affect the vote, the campaigning for the BJP, and whether the overall this sort of disgruntlement, how it impacts them, that remains to be seen.
Right, but Mahesh, I want to ask you, if that's the case, then it will, if it's going to affect campaigning. The Lingayat vote base is the most crucial vote base in Karnataka, if I may, apart from the Vokaliga vote base. Do you think that issues like this, fissures within the BJP, fissures within the Lingayat community, and who should be their leader, who should be their representative, is something that's going on at this point in time? Because as far as anybody else is concerned, the tallest Lingayat leader, Lingayat community leader, is Yediyurappa even today.
Yeah, no doubt in that. One thing I want to add here is initially Yediyurappa was kind of being sidelined, and opposition have been already targeting BJP, claiming that Yediyurappa was forced to step down as a CM, and then he was completely sidelined, was not allowed to do his state yatra. And at this point of time, suddenly BJP appoints him as for the Parliamentary Board. Then they elect him for the campaign committee as a member. Then on February 27th, PM Modi inaugurated Shivamogga Airport, and the camaraderie was very much visible. That one section of BJP leaders are definitely trying to showcase that Yediyurappa is still our tallest leader, and we are going ahead of course in this guidance. But on another section, some BJP leaders are definitely not happy with the growth of Yediyurappa. One thing you should understand here, with the support and Yediyurappa is getting from one section of BJP leaders like PM Modi, Amit Shah, he is not the only one who is growing, but Vijayendra's clout is also growing. And that is where one section of BJP leaders are unhappy with. And that is why I suspect one section of the BJP leaders might be planning to balance that. And of course, if it continues, it is definitely going to impact the Lingayat Votebase, which is a traditional vote base of the
Balance is fine, Gautam, but calling a kitchen sink decision is quite harsh, wouldn't you say? I mean, like, that clearly shows of cracks within the BJP. That's how it will look to anybody outside of Karnataka at this stage.
Yes, it does seem like there's a definite attempt to cement over the cracks, if I may say so. Because immediately after the statement, C.T. Ravi sort of issued a clarification immediately that he made the statement not with regard to Yediyurappa, it was directed at JDS, where Kumaraswamy and his son, and it wasn't at Vijayendra. And immediately Yediyurappa also made a statement. He said that he chose to put the controversy to rest, and he said that yes, the decision lies with the Parliamentary Board. It's it's quite straightforward. But there's definitely you have to read between the lines, and when you do, as it's evident in politics, it's definitely clear. It's a kitchen knives out situation here.
Right, okay. So let's read between the lines again, and that's what we've been talking about. Let's listen to that soundbite again for all people concerned. Let's listen to it again, and then we'll come back and discuss it.
ನಿರ್ಣಯ ಕಿಚನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಕೇವಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ. ಕೇವಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಟಿಕೆಟ್, ಆ ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ಕೊಡುವ ನಿರ್ಣಯ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೇಲಿ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ವಿಜೇಂದ್ರ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮುಂದಿಟ್ರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಆ ನಿರ್ಣಯ ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ನಿರ್ಣಯ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟರಿ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ.
All right, that's the C.T. Ravi statement. We also now have a word coming in from Vijayendra as well. Let's now listen to what Vijayendra had to say, and then we'll continue this discussion.
C.T. Ravi ಅವರು ಹಿರಿಯರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪನವರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಹಿರಿಯರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಪಕ್ಷ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮುಂಚೆಂದೂ ಕೂಡ. ಇವತ್ತು ಪಕ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಎಮ್ ಎಲ್ ಎ ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪನವ್ರು ಕಿಚನಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಕಿಚನಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತು ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಪಕ್ಷ ನಾನು ಹಲವಾರು ಬಾರಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ಪಕ್ಷ ಅಂತಿಮವಾಗಿ ಏನೇ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಅದ್ರ ಬದನಾಗಿರ್ತೇನೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
All right, Gautam and Mahesh, if you put those two sound bites together, I don't want to, even if I were to read between the lines, now I'm reading something else. I'm reading that the party high command takes the final decision. That's what Vijayendra has said. That's what C.T. Ravi has said. So technically, if I were to look at it now, both those sound bites put together, it looks like there are no fissures within the BJP. But is that just a smoke screen that, a party that's looking to fight elections has to put up, Gautam?
Yeah, it definitely is, because C.T. Ravi is a senior leader. He understands that you cannot really go into the election with a knives out situation, and when you make such statements, you quickly have to rectify it. But Vijayendra knows all about it. Vijayendra and a number of party leaders shared an uncomfortable past here, and his rise within the Lingayat community, they feel that is going to be the determinant factor this election. And if you have to see here, what he says again, even Vijayendra, he very clearly says that the decision is not taken in the kitchen. So it's almost as if saying, know your place, C.T. Ravi. And he has warned there is a further statement that Vijayendra has made. Basically, don't consider Yediyurappa's silence his weakness. And that is a more stern and strong statement that he's made, more than this one, which indicates that he knows that there will be disgruntled leaders within the party coming out with the knife for his father, but he knows he has to now step into the throne that has been vacated by his father. And now it seems like he's definitely doing his role over there.
All right, so it's clearly, you're saying that this is actually an opportunity for Vijayendra to step into the statesmanly role that his father used to perform actively, from which his father has taken a step back. Mahesh, if I were to ask the question in another way, so all of this, still does not mean that the Lingayat vote will be split by any chance in the upcoming elections. It will still remain with the BJP one way or the other. Is that a possibility, or are you looking at any kind of a problem in that department? Because after all, we're discussing because Lingayats are the single biggest community, single biggest vote bank in Karnataka.
Yeah, it's a tricky question to answer actually. But yeah, Yediyurappa being sidelined, so-called, some still let us say. But Yediyurappa completely stepping out of the electoral politics are definitely made Lingayats to think twice whether when our tallest leader is not there, who can we look up to? So Yediyurappa is trying to project his son, Vijayendra, as his next apparent heir. That is where the problem some of the BJP leaders are facing. The already Lingayat leaders who are planning to take Yediyurappa's chair were completely ignored. One such instance is of Housing Minister V. Somana, who was once the blue-white boy of Yediyurappa. Due to Vijayendra, Yediyurappa completely, in a way, sidelined him. And then it led to a point that Housing Minister Somana even threatened to quit BJP and join Congress. Yesterday he was in Delhi and met Dharmendra Pradhan, and some kind of understanding have taken place. But still, he has today refused to even comment on Vijayendra and just advised him, saying that he should mind his own business.
All right. I'm going to ask the same question to Gautam Shankar. Is there going to be a problem when it comes to the Lingayat vote bank for the BJP in the upcoming elections? Because we are also discussing this at a time when there's a lot of infighting happening in the Congress party as well. So I just want to understand, where does this vote bank, where is this direction when it comes to the upcoming state elections?
Absolutely, Krishna. So right now, if you see, the BJP chose to replace Yediyurappa, the tallest Lingayat leader in the BJP, maybe in Karnataka itself, with another Lingayat leader from the Lingayat leader, Bommai. So Bommai, if you have to gauge his performance over the last 1.5 years that he has been the CM, it has been anything but walk in the park for him. It has been really difficult. He's faced multiple challenges, which, if you have to look at it, Yediyurappa the perception is that if Yediyurappa was the CM, this wouldn't be the state. We saw a number of communal clashes, etc., happening. But yeah, that is one thing aside. But placating the Lingard community, which by certain commissions, if you have to go by the numbers, they form about 15 to 17%.
Did that Bommai move work for the Lingayat community, Gautam? That's something I've been very curious to understand. Since getting Bommai into that place of Yediyurappa, has it gone right for the BJP or not?
Has it gone right for the BJP? If you look at it historically, the Lingard community is not shy to switch loyalties here. And this is the reason both Congress and BJP, they have been playing multiple cards. In the 2018 elections, Siddaramaiah of the Congress, he tried to create a separate religion for the Lingayats. Now, Bommai has chosen to give them separate representation, saying that you will be given represented under 2D, whereas this will give them higher representation in jobs and education, etc. So if you have to look at it, it's not worked out. It's the Lingayat community is still not satisfied with Bommai's role, and they have been visiting. There have been multiple meetings that have been held, and giving a good representation to this community is the only way that they'll be able to
Will they even consider the Congress party? Will they even consider the Congress party? I mean, if I were to ask that to Mahesh quickly, Mahesh, do you think that the Lingayat community, considering all the confusion within the BJP at this stage, will they ever even think of switching sides?
Yeah, definitely. Why not? Actually, that is the main reason. Actually, the Veerashaiva Mahasabha Lingayats, are demanding the maximum of 68 seats in this election, Congress leaders. So that just to take advantage of Yediyurappa factor, there is no doubt. And Lingayats are now completely with Congress until 1990 when Vijayendra Patel was the chief minister. After that, with the rise of Yediyurappa, Lingayats started supporting Yediyurappa. Until then, they were definitely with the Congress. And in Congress, there are a lot of tall leaders like Shambhu Shoshankanappa and the LD party. And of course, definitely they will be trying to woo the Lingayats, and of course, there might be a surprises in this election.
All right, but Gautam, for that, there has to be unity within the Congress party, enough and more bickering within the Congress party in Karnataka?
Enough and more. And there are two captains steering the Congress ship right now, that is DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah. And until they, the bigger problem for them, more than placating the Veerashaiva Lingayat or the Lingard community right now, is finding unity between these two leaders. And that is where the challenge lies for them. Right now,
And not losing the Vocaliga vote bank that they already possess, you were saying.
Absolutely. The Vocaliga vote bank traditionally has been split between the Congress and the JDS, whereas it's considered Lingard go with them. While, they do not want to lose out on the Vocaliga vote bank, definitely. By BJP targeting the old Mysore region, very importantly, where the Vocaligas are concentrated. The Congress will not want to lose out over there while going fishing in the Lingayat tank. And the other thing is the Central Election Committee, the meeting is tomorrow, where they'll have to balance out the caste arithmetic to find a proper equation to ensure that all the communities are satisfied with that.
Right, but it's always interesting to discuss the party that's in power when you get into an election, and just to see, because this is a party that's a national party that's doing so well, just did so well in the northeast of the country. Mahesh, if I were to ask you, what are the chances that the BJP right now will retain its seat in Karnataka?
The Lingayat majority is spread across Karnataka, but their maximum concentration is in Kittur Karnataka region, where the BJP is very strong. So that one aspect will definitely help BJP. Recently, PM Modi had a mega road show in Belagavi, and there was a huge crowd. And definitely, Kittur Karnataka will be the major strength, and it will continue to do so. Even same with the central Karnataka. But there is some issue in southern Karnataka region where the party might face some backlash. And currently seeing BJP is little bit lagging behind the cover.
Okay. Gautam, where do you lie on that matter? You think this is going to be a home run for a predestined home run for the Congress party this time in Karnataka?
Oh, that's you cannot say that it's a foregone conclusion for sure. But what I'd like
but
to
just
say
in terms of the cycle of things, like it happens in the nearby Tamil Nadu every 5 years. We have the alteration happening, and even in for that matter in Karnataka, we've seen the alteration happening between a Congress, a JDS combine, or it keeps going back and forth, and never really back-to-back terms in Karnataka. So from that perspective, I was asking, Gautam.
Like you mentioned, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka has a history of repeating, and this time it really shouldn't have been the BJP in power, should it? If you are, we had the Congress JDS that formed the government. Congress, along with the JDS, they managed to capture the numbers, and we saw this 19 odd MLA shifting loyalties, and that is how the BJP came to power. So, and the other thing to take note here. The state does not forgive corruption, which is the issue that the Congress is highlighting time and again. And if you have to look at their campaigns, they've got a very a tremendous response, if I may say so. And corruption is the factor which knocked down the Yediyurappa's government earlier, and Siddaramaiah formed the government in 2013. So this is the catching block, if I have to say so. Corruption and making sure your tall leaders are respected are two factors that will decide the Karnataka elections this time around.
Okay. But what is the sense that you are getting at this stage? Because going into the elections, you have two parties fighting it out within themselves. Apne pair pe kuladi, as they say in Hindi, so to speak. In that situation, who do you think has a better chance of scraping through to victory? Because you're saying clearly that It's not going to be a straight walkthrough for anybody, neither of these two parties. I want to understand, where does the JDS lie in the scheme of things? And from that perspective, what is happening within the BJP? Is it going to be, all this, back and forth between C.T. Ravi and Vijayendra and etc., etc.? How much will that impact, considering where Congress and the JDS are in Karnataka?
One thing I'd like to take you back here is much ahead of the elections, when Amit Shah visited the state, he made a statement that it's going to be mission 150 for BJP in Karnataka, and they stand by that. There have been multiple surveys conducted within the BJP and Congress and the JDS. But in all of this, I'll just speak about the JDS first of all. They are going to target to be the kingmaker once again. There is no doubt about it. They will get the 25, 30 odd votes, seats in the state, and if they do, they will comfortably sit there and they will wait for the BJP or the Congress to come knocking. But whether it is going to be BJP that will come knocking or whether it will be the Congress, that depends on a very small margin. Right now, the projections that we are seeing, it's about 100, 120 odd that would be there. So we just have to monitor that and see how that plays out.
So all said and done, it's Congress party in the lead as we have 2 months away from final voting taking place, Gautam, isn't it? That's what you're saying, but then not ahead by much. My question is, what will be crucial in these 2 months for the BJP to do, considering we've seen all the fracas with senior leaders saying things contradicting, not really contradicting, but like sounding antagonizing between themselves. What do you think is the need of the hour for the BJP in Karnataka with 2 months to go for the elections?
With a couple of months to go, consolidation. The formula for the BJP is quite simple: consolidate their vote bank. If they manage to do that, get your Lingayat votes, make sure that it does not dissipate within the Congress and even the independents and the other party. And as long as they manage to, the BJP is very well aware that corruption is a factor. And Amit Shah, when he came in recently, he spoke about this same issue, saying that corruption will be wiped out if we manage to come to power in the election. But the Congress has been very smart about it. They have latched on to this thing and said that, look at this, Amit Shah, we are highlighting the contractors scam that has happened and the communal issues that have been playing out. And the biggest thing is whether the Hindutva plank that the BJP plays in the northern states, so as to say, this is something that the southern state of Karnataka does not really cater to. But we can see in the campaigns that are happening right now, the Lingard card is the Hindutva card is well and truly out. And we've seen statements from Katil, C.T. Ravi, the tall leaders of the BJP, which was not a normal situation in earlier elections under Yediyurappa. So it's also a test of the Hindutva plan working for the BJP this time around.
Right. Gautam Shankar, editor of South India, bringing us all that perspective from the ground in Karnataka as we are discussing these statements that have been made by C.T. Ravi, National Secretary for the BJP, who slammed the BJP's tallest leader, at least it's seemingly, BS Yediyurappa, for his decision to pass the baton of the Shikaripura constituency to his son, BS Vijayendra. And in fact, C.T. Ravi called it a kitchen cabinet decision and said that how these decisions must be made by the express approval of the party's Parliamentary Board. But Yediyurappa's son too, not keeping quiet, finally hitting back Vijayendra, saying that crores of Kannadigas hold his father Yediyurappa in high esteem. And clearly, this is, in a sense, very difficult for the BJP to manage also, isn't it, Gautam? All of them are important to the BJP right now if they have to win the elections in Karnataka as an incumbent government. And pleasing everybody certainly won't be easy.
It definitely isn't. Making sure not just C.T. Ravi, or there are a number of leaders that have the kitchen sinks out, the kitchen knives out against the party high command right now. And very soon we'll have the Congress will be the first one to release their candidate list, and they are just on standby right now. The BJP is waiting and watching before to look out for any sort of rebellion within the Congress camp before they announce their candidates, which also goes on to show that there are a number of leaders who joined from Congress and JDS, and there's also a trouble brewing within the constituencies, even during the campaigning, who's going to be the at the forefront of the campaign, and that actually shows that all is not well, but come the time of the elections, we'll be seeing a lot of dissidents, maybe even a few people switching over Congress and BJP. We'll also maybe get to witness Operation Kamala once again. Maybe people switching loyalties frequently. So this could be a situation playing out for the next couple of weeks as well.
Mahesh, if you can tell us what are you hearing? Are there going to be crossovers from the BJP to the Congress party? As elections come closer.
No doubt, definitely. I think the crossover will happen from both sides, not only from BJP but also from Congress. But one interesting thing is Ramesh Jarkiwadi, former Minister of Karnataka, has said that we will not allow Congress to form the government. And mind you, Ramesh Jarkiwadi is the one who is said to be a mastermind in the Operation Lotus. So it will be interesting to see how these things proceeds once the election commission announces the dates, and after that ticket distribution gets over. We'll have to see how the candidates should be choosing sides. But of course, yeah, definitely there will be a lot of party switching.
In that sense, Gautam, isn't it this upcoming Karnataka State Assembly elections is unlike many that we have seen in the recent times, because this is really make or break for all parties concerned one way or the other. So the stakes are really high, and that's the reason why you're going to see crossovers on both sides, because that's the amount of pressure that every politician is in, irrespective of which camp he or she belongs to.
Definitely, that's a good point to make, Krishna, that the stakes are extremely high this time around, because keep in mind, for the BJP and the Congress, next year we will also have the Lok Sabha election. So this is going to be seen as a sort of projection of what Karnataka wants going ahead. And Deve Gowda, if you have to see in the JDS, and he, given that his age, this is definitely going to be his last election. Sidramaya in the Congress, this could possibly be his last election. So he will be coming out with the knives within his party in a manner of saying to be the chief minister if the Congress does come to power. And Yediyurappa, it's a real test of his mettle to show that he still holds sway and show that he can get the party to power without really being the CM face of the party as well.
Right, high stakes battle in the Karnataka elections, and probably though that's the reason why you're seeing these statements also coming out in the media from CT Ravi and BS Vijayendra, isn't it, Mahesh? It doesn't happen all that often in Karnataka within the BJP, within the Lingayat community, specifically speaking. Gautam, if you can hear me.
Yeah.
The fact that these politicians, CT Ravi and BS Vijayendra, the fact that they come out and make these statements in public, it's not a daily thing that happens within the BJP or the Lingayat community in Karnataka, is it?
Yes, absolutely true. And if you see, ever since the Modi government was formed in 2014, the regional parties have been fairly disciplined. They don't come out with knives to attack each other. They are fairly cordial. But in Karnataka, what's at stake here. The state functions a little bit differently. And the stakes are high, and also a lot of leaders within the BJP see this as an opportunity to project themselves as the tallest leader of the community. They want to enjoy higher positions. And for this reason, it's very unlikely that it will be a cordial affair in the remaining few months
Right.
of the campaigning that we see in the elections. Yeah.
Right, and with that, I'm afraid we're completely run out of time. Thank you, Gautam Shankar, editor of South India, for joining us, and Mahesh Chitnis, news editor of Karnataka, on this discussion on the fact that the knives are out within the BJP state unit in Karnataka. We'll have to see how the elections, the state assembly elections coming up in Karnataka in 2 months, will pan out. But we've completely run out of time here on this particular broadcast on News 9 Live. Thank you so much for all those who have tuned into this broadcast. Keep it with News 9. This is Krishna Kumar signing off.